If I were to start an online business in 2019, 2020, 2021, or even beyond that, what would be the best way to go about it? What business model should I get started with? That is a very great question that a lot of people tend to have when they are first getting online and they want to start up some sort of online business where they could be their own boss, they could work on their own terms, they can create their own schedule, and pretty much enjoy the life on their own terms. So in this video, I decided that I would go over the top 5 online business models that you could start and as an aspiring entrepreneur. So actually the title here says top 4, but this is originally going to be a top 4 because I had 4 that I was initially going to talk about, but it's actually a top 5 now because I thought of another one and I decided to include that. So I decided that I would talk about what I believe are the top 5 business models that you can get started with in 2019 or even beyond that. So before I really dive into these top 5 business models, if this is the first video that you're seeing on this channel, I'm always putting out content about affiliate marketing, how to grow a business online, different ways on how you could make money on the internet. If that is something that interests you and you want to learn more, definitely be sure to subscribe to this channel so you can be notified of all the new videos that I post on this channel. But without further ado, let's get right into things. So the very first one that I want to go over, which is number 5, is become a freelancer. Now, this is the benefit with this is that you can get started for pretty much for free. You generally don't have to pay anything to become a freelancer unless if you want to like invest in some sort of equipment. Like if, for instance, if you are, of course, creating videos and you want to invest in some sort of like, video editing software, or you want to invest in like a mic, you have the option of doing that to, of course, make your videos more professional. But being a freelancer pretty much means that you are offering some sort of service, and then you get paid whenever someone orders your service, and then you complete the gig for them. So there's actually a few websites where you can become a freelancer, and I'll actually go over a few of them right now. So the very first one is called Fiverr.com. I have made some money on this platform, and I even did a video recently where I spoke about how I made my very first $400 on this platform right here. Looks like it's currently loading up a bit slowly, but Fiverr is a freelance platform where you could pretty much come to it. You could become a seller. If I move my face over here, it's actually right here. Actually, you just click on this option that says become a seller, and then you could sign up to Fiverr to pretty much provide a service of your choice. And it doesn't cost you anything to list something on this platform. You're pretty much listing something on here as if you were like, selling it on eBay, except it is a digital service. So whether you are good at, if it's logo design, you could provide logos for people. You could offer to create logos for other businesses or other, YouTubers. You could do SEO for like other bloggers or other YouTube channels. You could do email marketing. You could do web analytics. You could write articles and blog posts. You could do transcription. You can create videos. In my case, I did spokesperson videos, which is something that that's kind of how I got used to being on camera and of course being confident on camera. So that was how I got my start when it came to doing these videos. That's how I started to become comfortable. It started with spokesperson videos, and I made some pretty good side income with that. But anyways, those are just a few things you could, of course, do on Fiverr. There's lots of different ways that you can make money on this platform. I mean, I don't want to, of course, bore you by reading everything on here. You can pretty much go through Fiverr.com and look at each of the gigs yourself, just to kind of give you an idea. And the other one other site that I want to show is called Upwork.com. This one is very similar. You could sign up to Upwork as a seller as well, and then you could provide any sort of service like web development, mobile development, designing, writing, admin support, customer service, marketing, accounting. I mean, the list pretty much goes on with a lot of the different things that you could, of course, do with becoming a freelancer. So my personal recommendation is that if you decide to go this route, what I would highly recommend doing is look for gigs that are in high demand, something, things that people are willing to pay very good money for. And if you are good at something like that, where there is a very good earning potential, then that is something that you can consider, providing a service in that specific area. And if you don't consider yourself good in any sort of, area, you could always take time to learn something, You can go on a site like udemy.com and buy into some sort of course that will show you how to learn a skill. You can go on YouTube and you could watch videos for free about how to build a website. You could learn that, and people are willing to pay 100, 200, $500 to for someone to build up a website. Especially if it's someone that they want to, of course, grow their business. They aren't necessarily tech savvy. That is something that people are willing to pay pretty good money for. So that's something you could offer on one of these platforms. But again, there's lots of things that you could, of course, do. You could do your own due diligence and learn more about what these services are all about yourself. But that is number 5, is become a freelancer. Number 4 would be probably my least favorite in the list. It is doing drop shipping. Now, drop shipping, there is a pretty good earning potential with this. However, my personal issue with drop shipping is that, there's a lot of issues that you could, of course, run into when you are doing drop shipping. So if you can do it correctly, there is a pretty good earning potential with it. But chances are, for most people, sometime down the road, you're going to run into some problems with drop shipping. So if you aren't familiar with drop shipping, it is a business model that, it was, I know for sure, like about 2 to 3 years ago, was being talked about a lot. Nowadays, as of 2019, when I'm recording this, it's not being talked about as much now. But basically what it is you find products that are selling on sites like Amazon.com, sites like AliExpress, and basically what you do is you find those items, like for instance, let's say that I find like a blender that's selling on Amazon for like $20, right? And I decide to list that item on eBay for like $40, right? So I don't necessarily have the product myself, but the concept is that once someone buys that blender from me for $40, then what I could do is I could take that money, I could order that on Amazon, and then I could put in the seller from eBay. I could put in their address and then have the product shipped to them, and then I then keep the $20 commission, the $20 profit that I just made right there. So that's pretty much what dropshipping is, and I know a lot of people have made some pretty good money with it. However, the problem with dropshipping is that oftentimes, there may be a lot of times where a customer that buys something from you, they may want to return the item for whatever reason. They may say that it's broken. They could say that it hasn't arrived, and because you didn't necessarily have the product yourself, then basically what you have to do is then you have to go to the seller that you bought from on Amazon, and then you pretty much have to kind of be the middleman with the customer service, and it can be a very big headache in terms of that factor right there. But the other issue is that let's say that I list an item on eBay, and let's say that I don't necessarily get a sale right away. Like a week can go by without that product necessarily selling, or maybe it's 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden I get a notification saying, hey, someone just bought your blender, now you could ship it to the person. Well, then all of a sudden I check it on Amazon where I was going to buy it, and all of a sudden that listing is now gone. It's sold out on Amazon. Well, then now I'm like, okay, now I got to find another site where I could, of course, buy this blender on. And if I can't find a site, then I'm kind of losing money then. So there is a very great big chance that you will also lose money with dropshipping, but otherwise it is a decent business model that you can consider going with. It can be very lucrative, but oftentimes you're going to run into quite a lot of problems with it. So, and the other thing with it is that it isn't necessarily like hands off. You have to, of course, when you get an order, you want to be doing the arbitrage and placing that order on wherever you, of course, found that product for cheaper. You want to do that as soon as possible, and then you can keep the profit. Oftentimes the profit margins are not necessarily that big. So that's kind of the other issue with drop shipping. But it is something that is still out there. You can consider doing, but probably not my favorite on this list. Number 3 is one that not many people are talking about. It is Amazon Kindle publishing. Now, the benefit with this is that there is a pretty good earning potential. And I'll actually go to Amazon.com right now. So if I go to Amazon.com, and what I could do is I could look through, it's at the very bottom of the page. So if I scroll down to the very bottom, there should be a section that says, make money with us. If I scroll down just a little bit more, if it wants to scroll down more, it is self-published with us. I believe this is the link right here. So if I open up this link in a new tab, this will take me to where I could become a publisher with Amazon. So basically, you publish to Kindle, and basically Kindle is like, Amazon's version of like, ebooks. So you basically publish ebooks, and then, it's like digital books that, people could of course read on their iPad, their iPhone, or their Amazon Kindle device. They read it digitally, and you make a sale whenever someone buys one of the books on that you of course published on Amazon. Now you may be thinking, well, I'm not necessarily like a great writer. I'm not an expert when it comes to putting books together. And the benefit with this is that you actually don't really have to be great when it comes to writing. You don't have to be great when it comes to putting together books, because as I mentioned earlier in this video, there are sites like Fiverr.com and Upwork.com where you could actually outsource this entire thing to you can outsource an ebook to someone on Fiverr.com. Let's see if I can find that here. It should be under writing and translation. So it should be like write papers, book and ebook writing. So this right here, you could actually hire someone on Fiverr to write an ebook for you. And then once you have that ebook completed, you have like a title, very good title. You have it in a booming niche, where it's in, gives information that of course people are looking for. Then what you could do is you could take that book, then you could list it on Amazon. And remember, since it's digital, it's always on Amazon. And anytime someone buys the book, then you earn a 70% commission on that. So that's pretty good, and it's a very great way to start earning some passive income as well. So this is something that not many people are talking about, but I do know a few people, very small number of people that have actually tried this, and they have made some pretty good money with this. I know one person that I think I believe he made like around like $8,000 per month by doing this, and this was completely passively. He had like a bunch of books published on Amazon, so it is a pretty good earning potential. However, the downside is that you are under Amazon's platform, and you are kind of tied to them. So if something happens for whatever reason where they ban your account, for whatever reason, and I have heard that has happened to a few sellers on Amazon, from time to time, is that they get their account shut down. Then, if that ever happens, then your business is pretty much, done for. So that's kind of the downside with it. Otherwise, there is some pretty good earning potential with Amazon Kindle publishing. So that is number 3. And number 2 is actually setting up an e-commerce business. So this is where you have an online shop and people can go to it. They could buy specific products, whether it is, in the form of like clothing, it could be jewelry, it could be, technology, it could be pretty much anything. You have an online shop where people can come to your website and they could buy specific products. So this is a pretty good, business model to get started in. But the problem with this is that oftentimes you have to spend lots of money on advertising, and it's very difficult for a lot of people to make consistent, profits, from their business. And oftentimes when they do make good profits, the profit margins are generally very small, because you have to consistently spend money in advertising to get people to your website, onto the product that you're trying to sell. And let's say that you're spending like, $5 per day, and you're selling products that are like, like $10 or something like that. Or, maybe like one day you spend $5 in advertising, and then you get one person to buy the product for like, $10, or maybe it's $7. Oftentimes it's kind of in like that $10 to $20 range. And oftentimes you're kind of spending, almost up to the amount, in terms of like advertising. So that's kind of the downside with it, is that it is something that oftentimes for a lot of people, especially those who are just getting started, that, they're constantly spending money on advertising, and the profit margins are very, very little. So that's kind of the downside with it. Otherwise, it is still another business model to consider. But those are the first 4. And now the number 1 business model to start is, of course, if you haven't already guessed it, then you have not been watching this channel long enough. The number one business model that you can get started with in 2019 and even beyond is hands down, it is affiliate marketing. Why do I recommend affiliate marketing? Well, affiliate marketing is the only business model that I know of, at least, that provides the lifestyle where you could be working on your own terms. You could be, living the life, of freedom. You could be earning passive income and even, monthly recurring income. And also, it also provides the flexibility of, you don't have to deal with any customer service. You don't have to deal with any inventory. And that's the other, huge benefit with it. And also, the business to get started with is very little when it comes to, the startup cost. So technically, you could start an affiliate marketing business for free pretty much by, you could join affiliate programs like ClickBank, like JVZoo. In fact, I'll even open one up right here. So one big, well-known affiliate marketplace is called clickbank.com. This one's been around for, I believe it's like a little over 20 years. You can get started with clickbank.com right here. I know ClickBank is available in pretty much, most countries around the world, with the exception of a few, like, I don't think India is available with ClickBank for some reason. I know Nigeria is restricted, so unfortunately, this affiliate program is not available worldwide, but, there's other platforms like, JVZoo. This one I know is pretty much available worldwide. Anyone can join JVZoo and promote their products, and anytime you refer someone to one of these products, you get paid a commission. So pretty much all it is that you are recommending products to other people. It's kind of like, when you see a movie, right? And, the next day you're hanging out with friends and you're like, hey, I just seen this really awesome movie, Oh, what movie did you see? I saw like, the new Spider-Man movie or the new Avengers. And then all of a sudden they see the movie too, right? Well, you pretty much referred them as an affiliate, except you didn't necessarily get paid for it. So this is pretty much like that. You are pretty much an independent affiliate, and you are pretty much recommending products and services that you truly believe in yourself, products that you like. You are recommending them to, other people. Whether it's your friends, whether you have a following on YouTube, whether you have an email list, however it is that you do it. Whenever you recommend someone a product, like for instance, there's plenty of niches I could, of course, go in. Like, for instance, like on ClickBank, there's the e-business and e-marketing niche. There is a very great earning potential with this niche right here. If I go into this niche right now, there are plenty of products that are selling for, like over $400, well, like $1,000 and even more, because this is a niche where, of course, people, they want to learn how to, make more money online. They want to learn how to build an online business that supports them for the rest of their life. So this is something that a lot of people are willing to pay a premium for, and because the products are more in the high ticket range, then the commission rates are much bigger. Like this one right here, ClickBank breaks the internet. You get paid a $473 sale, for every customer that you refer. So for one customer that you get to buy this product right here, you earn about $473, per sale. So that's one example. Another one is, of course, Super Fleet System by John Crestani. This pays $494 per sale. So again, very great earning potential with this, especially if you are promoting digital products. They tend to pay out, higher commission rates. Otherwise, there's even programs like ClickFunnels, Aweber, where they have programs and services that pay out on a monthly recurring basis. So you could sign up to them as a paid member, and then you pay a monthly fee to, of course, have access to the service. And then you could also be an affiliate where you recommend that product to someone, and if they buy the product, they remain a customer. As long as they remain a customer, then you get paid every single month, part of the sale, part of the commission that they pay to, of course, remain a member to that product right there. So that's, ClickBank as an example. There is JVZoo, and even Amazon Associates. Even Amazon has their own affiliate program called Amazon Associates. If you go to Amazon.com and you scroll down to the very bottom, there is a link under Make Money with Us that says become an affiliate. So if you click on this, you could become an affiliate for Amazon and get paid to recommend any product off of Amazon. Whether it is in the technology category, whether it is about jewelry, whether it's clothing, whether it's, makeup, hair products, home and garden, furniture, music, whatever it is, movies, anything that you recommend to someone as an affiliate, you get paid a commission. Now, Amazon's affiliate program, they don't have the highest, commission rate. 10% is kind of low, and even that is at the very max. So if you were lucky, you get up to 10% commission rate. Oftentimes it's like 4 to 8% commission rate. So the downside is it's kind of low, but the benefit with Amazon is, of course, everyone knows what Amazon is. It's very easy to make sales with Amazon because it's a very trusted brand. Everyone knows it, and it's a very great way to earn some passive income on the side. So those are the top five business models that you could, of course, get started with as a aspiring entrepreneur. If you are looking to build an online business, those are 5 business ideas that you could consider going with. My personal recommendation, as I mentioned, my number 1 recommendation is affiliate marketing, because there's a very low startup cost, very little to nothing. In fact, you could even theoretically start it for free. You could start a YouTube channel, you could put out content, and in your videos, you could recommend products, whether it's to Amazon, whether it is, digital programs on like ClickBank or JBZoo, whether it's software related things like ClickFunnels or anything like that. You could recommend them, these programs in your videos. You could have links to them in your description, and whenever someone buys one of the products, you get paid a commission. So think of it like this: if you got 100 videos out there on YouTube, those are 100 videos that are on the platform 24/7 that are pretty much working for you. As long as they are getting viewed, as long as people are coming to them on a consistent basis, they're consuming your content, they like what you put out there, and you provide lots of great value, and they, of course, buy the product on a regular basis, you get paid, pretty much passively whenever someone, picks up one of the products that you recommend. So that is a very great business model to get started with. But if you want to learn more about how to really build an entire business around the concept of affiliate marketing, if affiliate marketing is something that truly excites you and you want to learn more, and you want something that will truly support you in the long term, you want to create, passive income for yourself, then my first link in the description will give you access to my free training I put together. That is a free 4-day training that you will be getting from myself. And that pretty much goes more into depth about how to really build a business through the concept of affiliate marketing. So you could be your own boss, you could work on your own terms if you decide to focus on these 4 things that I go over in this free training. But anyways, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to give this a thumbs up because it really does help the channel. Leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts. If you got value out of this video, let me know what you plan on actually going for. If you plan on getting started with affiliate marketing or any of these other business models, I'd really like to hear your personal thoughts. But anyways, I hope you found this video helpful, and take care.